Good morning, guys. It's Paul. I was just debating how to do this video, so I'm just going to do it while I'm throwing the ball with my dog, because I'm really freaked out by what I just saw. I wrote this dream out, and anyway, whatever. I'm just going to go into it. It's going to be strange. I know it's from the Lord. He went out of his way to show me. Anyway, I'll just get into it. My brothers and sisters, we're about to enter a time that is going to be so weird, people are not even going to know they're being deceived when they're being deceived. So, what do I mean by that? In my dream, I was visited by my friend Mike, who's a really good friend of mine, who lives in a city called Toronto, Canada. And he's a correctional officer, and he's a high-level guy. And this is a guy that I grew up in my younger fun years when I played a lot of sports and baseball and partied and all the stuff I used to do. This is a guy that I trust, okay? This is a guy that I had many good times with. And I'm currently leading him to the Lord properly right now over the span of the last year. So in my dream, he came to visit me. And he's like, "Hey, Paul, I got to ask for your help." And I go, "Sure, what's up?" And he goes, "Come with me for a sec." So he brings me into this other room. And he goes, "Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Donne la balle." My dog's French, by the way. This is it. So in the dream, he goes, "I need to ask you something." And then all of a sudden, a bunch of other people showed up in this room where we were. And this is where it gets weird. So the guy, they start to come toward me, they start to grab me, and they start to pin me on this table. And on this table is where they began to put pressure on my face. Here, let me sit down here. I'm sure it's annoying to have the view moving around. Okay, so in this so weird. While they were pinning me down, they actually made it, the Lord made me aware that this actually wasn't going to happen to me. This was an example of it. So in my dream, these people that were trying to hold me down, I saw Napoleon Bonaparte as one of these people. So it was made evident to me that this was like an evil spirit that is going to take over people. So as the dream was progressing, I was thinking it was like going to take over my body or my person. And then bang, it shifted, and then we were in what seemed like an elevator. So in this elevator, I said, I was asking myself, like, where am I? What's going on? And then I got up, and when you stand in an elevator, you see there's mirrors. The walls of the elevator sometimes are mirrors. I saw in the mirror that I was standing beside my friend Mike, and we looked exactly alike. And I'm 6'4", and he's about 5'10", so I immediately knew, what the heck? This doesn't make sense. Like, as the person I was seeing, like, I looked like Mike, but he was standing beside me. The real Mike was not taller than me. It was, I'm saying this wrong. The imitation Mike was actually shorter than Mike. So I'm like, whoa, that doesn't make sense. What's going on here? Mike laid down, and this is like out of like a horror movie, Outer Limits or something. A static started to appear around him, and he disappeared. It was almost like he went into another realm or whatever. But the real Mike disappeared, and the last thing he said was, "My family needs help, my family needs help." And then he disappeared. So this is weird, because after the dream, I prayed about this, and the Lord said words that I didn't expect him to say. He said, like, deep fake. So because I'm a guy who does a lot of research, I already know that the deep fake is these extremely, there's two versions of it. The deep fake can be done digitally, where they can have a person talking into something with a picture of someone else, and it's on TV, for example. It could be like an example of Trump, Obama, Clinton, whoever's talking. You think it's the real person, but it's actually a computer putting that person's image up. And the second version is a very, very high-end CIA version of deepfake. Is they have masks. They can make a mask of your exact face to perfection. They pull it over, tied up, it's like it covers your shoulders and everything. I'll see if I can find pictures to put this up. It was actually created, according to the research I had done in the past, it was created for movies, but most people don't know that Hollywood is a branch of the CIA. Wrap your brain around what I just said. Hollywood is a deception. Hollywood is used in more ways than you can imagine to redirect your thinking. And I can give you a lot of examples of that, but I'm going to stick to my dream for now. Just do your research on deepfake. So the next scene of the dream was entering, I don't know, I know Toronto, I don't know which bridge this was, but it was a very large metal bridge. And I don't know at this point of the dream if I was entering a baseball park or if this was some kind of a toll booth related to the bridge entering Toronto. I have no idea, because it wasn't an area that I had actually been on in real life. But he went to enter in a huge lineup of people, and this mic person, grabbed a mask to cover his face. And then I saw who he was entering with. And again, this was a bunch of people I had worked with. We had worked at a hospital when we were younger. And I saw a bunch of people that were of that time period in my 20s. And everybody there thought it was the real Mike. So that's where the dream ended, entering this baseball diamond stadium, whatever it was. And it ended there. And I was also made to realize that once these people enter your lives, and I don't know when this is, I don't know if it's pre-tribulation, during tribulation, I have no idea. But there are people walking among us that are not who we think they are, and they are going to deceive, they are going to redirect people away from God. So that's the dream. And I can't stress this enough, my friends. I've had many dreams like this, and I didn't always share them, but it's been made very clear to me now, very clear, that I was given an anointed mission or duty to share these with you guys. So I'm going to begin to start sharing things I've held off on. So this one was right this morning at 7:37 in the morning, but it connected in my mind with a bunch of other dreams that I've had recently, and I know that I have to release them now. So stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of interesting, strange dreams that I'm going to release. Okay, so I love you guys, and by the way, happy Sabbath. It's a nice, here in where I live, it's snowing beautifully. It's beautiful out. And yeah, enjoy yourself today. And whether you're watching this in the morning, evening, or night, I love you guys, and Jesus loves you way more. This is why he released this. Talk to you later. Bye.